Bonjour la classe et bienvenue à la leçon pour aujourd'hui. So today we are starting our new unit. So if you look over here, it says Unité 3, Semaine 1. And as the title for the slide, I put the title for our unit, which is Il était une fois. Il était une fois. Should actually be point, point, point. Il était une fois means once upon a time. So this unit is all about fairy tales and stories, maybe myths and legends. We'll see where we go with it this year. So in tomorrow's lesson, I'll unpack it a little bit more and explain actually what the unit assessment will look like, and we'll get to that tomorrow. So for today, aujourd'hui, vous allez lire un conte qui s'appelle Les Trois Petits Cochons. And you're going to do that kind of en groupe, et vous allez discuter ce Power School en groupe. So for today's lesson, by the end of class, I'm hoping that you will be able to summarize your understanding of the narrative. So this is all about kind of like narration, storytelling, and you will be able to kind of summarize your understanding of one little pig in the fairy tale. So yes, you guessed it. The fairy tale pour aujourd'hui, c'est les trois, un, deux, trois, trois petits cochons. Les trois petits cochons. Alors là, il y a un cochon, deux cochons, trois cochons. Et un conte en français, c'est un tale, a tale. So like a fairy tale. Un conte de fées is a fairy tale. Un conte is a tale or like a story. So, Les Trois Petits Cochons, c'est un conte très fameux. Very famous, très fameux. So for you guys learning from home today, I don't know if my camera's a little bit down. For you guys learning from home today, you are working in a group, but kind of maybe not all at the same time because you're not on Zoom with me today, so that I can spend time with my French twos. So we'll see how this goes. So you're going to find your group, and because your group has been assigned to just one pig, if I quickly flick back here, you are only reading about one pig. So you've been assigned a pig, read about your pig, so spend time doing that during the class period. And then you're going to read about this pig from a Google document, and on the back of that document, or on the second page, there is some questions just to help you zero in and kind of understand the text. And you're going to help each other understand the text. And so you're going to work as much as possible in a group through your discussion. And then at the end, like in the last like 5 minutes of the class or whatever, you will be able to then also like access the other group discussions. So there are 3 groups for the 3 pigs. You might only have one, so you're going to look at the other 2 just to complete your understanding of the whole fairy tale. So I'm going to break that down for you, what that looks like on Power School. Voila. Okay, so here I've said no Zoom, read one of the 3 little pigs and share with your partner or your group, so you guys are working as a group, what you understand and learn, and you are going to do this in the discussion. So if we go all the way over here where it says 6th period, Trois Petits Cochons, you'll see the discussion. So you've been assigned a group to work in, so find your name. So let's pretend I am Alexis, and I'm going to click on, I'm in this group, so Le Petit Cochon Trois. So click on the link to access the appropriate text. So there's the link. It's going to make you make a copy of the document. This means when you make a copy, please save it in your French folder in your Google Drive, because this is going to be useful to you for the whole unit. And so straight away, I can just double check. Yep, I am Petit Cochon Trois, numéro 3, only 1 out of the 3 pigs. So each of your texts are exactly the same length. So about a page and a half, double spaced. And then les actions is right at the bottom on the second page. So souligner, the first thing is souligner les cognates that look the same, words that look the same in English. So souligner is underline. So you can choose, I mean, if you're doing it on Google Docs, you don't, souligner is underline or kind of highlight. So you can choose like one highlight color for, this is what I would do because I'm pretty fairly organized. Cognates. Okay, so I actually did that badly because that's not a cognate right here, but let's say we're going to take a cognate. Le long de la route. Voilà, route, c'est une cognate. So go through, after you've read the text one time through, go through and do the cognates. Then read it a second time, and you're going to souligner les mots connus. So not necessarily, and let's say I'm going to do that on violet. So not necessarily words that are not cognates, but words that you still know. So I can read troisième, petit, cochon. I know what those words mean, so that's fine. Alley is not a cognate, but I know what alley is. So again, just go through, and what you understand, there'll probably be quite a lot that you understand, but there's definitely some things that you don't, and do that. And then go through and underline, and you might want to do this differently. Souligner les verbes imparfait et passé composé. So we've been doing a lot of the imparfait. So go ahead, and any time that you see the imparfait, par exemple, marcher, you're going to underline. But then the second part, so this is why it takes quite a while. You're going to use a good portion of your class period to do this. But then passé composé, let's choose something different. No, I'm not going to italicize. Running out. Maybe we can just embolden the passé composé. Passé composé looks a bit different. Okay, so you choose whatever system that you want. I don't really mind. And you can just make it clear. And then this last, but not quite the last one, but nearly the last one is rechercher les mots inconnus. So les mots connus is known words. So les mots inconnus is unknown words. Okay. So you don't need to highlight or whatever, but you can if you want. So you should be left then between the purple and the yellow, between you're highlighting with some words that you don't know necessarily what they mean. And so don't look up every single word. I would be selective in recherche and looking up a few words that are unknown and it affects your whole understanding. When you read this through, I would say make sure you're reading it out loud as well. Souffle, souffle. And also I would say be checking in with the other people in your group in the discussion to help each other, because maybe somebody else has already looked up some unknown words and helped you out or given you a general understanding. So really be working with your group on the chat during sixth period to be able to like support each other's understanding. Okay, and you should probably spend, I would say, about 30 minutes total on this. Well, maybe a bit more, 35 to 40 minutes total on this, including your conversation, so a good portion. Once you looked up those new words, I don't want you to just look them up and forget them. It says annotate them. So you choose how you do this. This is a digital copy. Previously, obviously, the way these instructions read, we've done it in class. So if you've opened this up in Kami, then you can annotate like that. You know how to add comments. So if you find out what these words mean, you can put a comment to the side as well. You guys know as much as I do, if not more. So you could also just keep a separate at the bottom a separate list of vocabulary that you find useful from that, or new words that are useful. And the last thing is what we're focusing our lesson objective on, which is after doing all of those, after reading it, 1, 2, 3, 4 fois, so after reading it at least 4 or 5 times through, just write a summary here in sommaire, a summary of your understanding. What do you think this story is saying? And then un titre. Be creative in thinking of a title that you would give it. Okay, so if you look to the top, because there's no title here. So give this story a title in that box below, and your summary here can be in English. And that's it. So then I want you to share what you found, share your summary, share the title. You can even share this whole copy on that group discussion. If we go back here, where you've got your group discussion, create a post, and you could even put the title that you created here and write and just communicate with your group. And I'll be able to see this. This will be your participation. This will show me your attendance. It'll show me that you've been engaging with the lesson, and I can jump in and add into the discussion as well if you need that. Okay, so close all this down. Okay, so that is what you're working on today. I'm going to be on Zoom during 6th period with my French 2s, so please don't come in on Zoom, but you can email me if you have any questions or anything you're struggling with. Okay, au revoir.